Hey Laura, thanks for your patience while I put your website audit together. I'm going to touch on a few actionable items you can do essentially to drive traffic to your site and then get leads through your site. And I'm going to touch on the on-page optimization and the off-page optimization because they obviously complement each other. And what the off-page does, it kind of targets the traffic you want to come to your site, and the on-page is designed to then convert that traffic. Now, first things first, I do like the layout of your site. The mobile version I have seen is a bit better. I can give you kind of a quick preview through this as well. So now that obviously the plus to that is that a lot of people, more people now are browsing through mobiles. It's very accessible to everyone. And one thing that I would highly recommend doing is having a click to call button on your homepage. So maybe instead of learn more, I would have a contact for more information, links to your number, and then you could also have a duplicate button maybe on the side that has learn more. So if they want to go to your about page, they can do that. Another thing I noticed is that you've got your social buttons up here. I prefer to have them down in the, you have them down in the footer. I would actually keep them in the footer, take them away from your header, because what I find that tends to do is when people kind of browse through your site, if they're clicking away from your site, it's kind of defeating the purpose of them being on your site in the first place. So you want to kind of keep them on the site as much as possible. You kind of want to drive them down your site. And essentially what you want to do is get them to give you a call or fill out a form. Now, that being said, obviously I'm noticing a few images aren't optimized for desktop, and that is something that will hurt your site in terms of ranking it. I also notice you've got this down the bottom. Personally, I like to have the forms closer to the top, because the aim is, when people come into your site, you want them to be able to contact you, get more information, and yeah, especially if this is about sales and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I like this. I like the fact you've got this up here. And yeah, another thing I want to talk about is more technical. It relates to your heading tags. So I notice this site is built with Wix. Wix has a tendency not to be the best for SEO. One thing I would highly recommend is changing this here to a H1 tag. So what a H1 tag is essentially the headline for your site. It's what the search engines then use. It's what the search engines use to create context for your site and create relevance to them. So in this case, obviously, sales focused consulting and leadership strategies or everything like that. So by making that a H1 tag, the search engines are reading that, and what they're doing is they're kind of putting context to your site. And then you have your H2 tags. You've got sales strategy, startup essential, sales coaching. They should be your H2 tags. They're essentially your subheadings, and they're building more relevance to what your site is about. They're kind of reinforcing what your site is about. I do like the amount of content you have. I generally push for more words. I'd probably push for between maybe 1,200 to 1,500 words. What that allows you to do, again, it creates more authority in your niche. And if it's one thing Google loves, it's having really authoritative content, because essentially what that does, it allows it to, again, build more relevance. For example, if I'm going into Google and I'm searching for elephants and I'm getting photos of ducks or dogs or something like that, it doesn't really help me what I want, and I won't be using that search engine much. So again, the content, the H1 tag is your headline, your main thing. Your H2 tags reinforce that H1, and your content, again, reinforces that. So keyword-rich content, 12 to 1,500 words. Change that to a click to call. Have maybe a second button there saying learn more. They can go to your about page. I like the fact you have a blog. When's the last time it was updated? Okay, good. So, it's constantly updated. That's a great thing. That keeps engagement going. And yeah, again, and obviously the social tags, I would move to the bottom. Now I'm going to touch briefly on the off-page side of things. Now, apart from content, another thing that Google loves is trust and authority. And one way to do that is through getting backlinks. Now, a backlink is essentially, I mean, think of Google as kind of like a popularity contest, and a backlink is essentially a vote to your website. Now, the higher authority a website has, and if you can get a link from them, the more authority they throw to you. It's kind of like spreading. If they've got like a bit of link juice, the higher authority they have, the more link juice they have. When they're linking to you, they're actually sending you some of that link juice. They're essentially endorsing your site, saying, "Yep, we endorse this." And if you can get anchor text, embedded links, then again that can kind of really narrow down what the search terms are, and it helps Google kind of position you in their rankings, because again they're searching for relevance. Now, one way to get backlinks is through what's called blogger outreach. Now, obviously, you have your blog page. One good thing to do is to find powerful kind of influential bloggers in your niche. Reach out to them, see if you can write an article and post on their page, link them back to your site. Not only does that drive traffic from their site to yours, it also gives you a pretty powerful link that backlinks to your site. I'm going to show you a bit of the keyword finding. So I've got a bit of a keyword finding tool here. So sales coaching, you're looking at around 480 search volume per month. Leadership training, 150. These are kind of the terms you want to be ranking for. Now, again, that's what I mean by getting backlinks. It's just building authority to your site. Well, I mean, here you go. This is a site with high authority. Don't worry too much about the definitions of these. Just know that the higher the better, and the closer to 1, if like the percentage, when you divide these together, if the closer to 1 they are, the better. So, the case of your site, it wouldn't hurt to get these up here. Last thing I'll do is I will search for sales coaching Sydney. So if I could learn how to spell, that'd be great. Sales coaching Sydney. So you got Sales Training Australia. So you got Barrett essentially. Let's just have a look at their site. So immediately I can see that they've got a lot of content. Is the site prettier than yours? No. But again, Google is a robot. It doesn't really care about pretty sites. It just cares about contextually relevant sites. And as you can see, these numbers are up. Like their backlinks here. You can see they've got a lot of backlinks from some pretty high organizations, some blogs, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, look, I'm probably rambling a bit, but I might stop it there. If you do want more help with your SEO, anything like that, please feel free to contact me on 0401 913 786, or you can email me at roger@rjwdigital.com.au. Thank you.